What really happened behind HYBE's closed doors that made Park Jimin finally break his silence? Why did his words strike such a nerve in Jungkook? And why is Taehyung's future suddenly clouded with so much uncertainty? These are the burning questions haunting fans across the world, as controversy once again swirls around BTS. The unexpected revelation from Jimin, paired with Jungkook's furious reaction, has put the world's most famous boy band at the heart of yet another storm. And this storm doesn't just affect their comeback, it threatens the very foundation of their brotherhood. The timing of all this couldn't be more dramatic. On September 9, 2025, Jimin was seen outside HYBE headquarters in Seoul. His expression unreadable, his presence enough to ignite wild speculation. Just months earlier, both Jimin and Jungkook had proudly completed their military service, discharged with honors, celebrated by fans, and praised by superiors. All eyes turned toward March 2026, the expected date of BTS's long-awaited full reunion. But Jimin's sudden decision to speak about HYBE shifted the entire narrative. What he revealed, and Jungkook's raw reaction, made one thing very clear. Not everything behind the polished image is as perfect as it seems. Fans are now asking a painful question. Could the internal tension between HYBE and its own members threaten BTS's carefully planned future? And even more alarming, is Taehyung, already rumored to clash with management, now in danger of being left behind? From the start, BTS's story has been about resilience. Rising from a small company to becoming the biggest boy band in the world, they broke records and defied all odds. But with massive success came heavier scrutiny. And with scrutiny came conflicts. Conflicts that fans rarely glimpsed. HYBE, once seen as the backbone of BTS's rise, has recently been criticized for prioritizing profits over the members' well-being. Fans have whispered for years that something wasn't right, but Jimin's revelation gave voice to those suspicions. Jimin has always been careful with his words, never one to stir up drama. For him to openly address HYBE, even indirectly, showed just how deep his frustrations must run. Reports claim that he hinted at feeling pushed aside, forced into silence. Words like these struck fans hard, especially since they had already noticed subtle changes in Jimin's public presence. Limited promotions, carefully managed appearances, and a silence that felt unnatural. The thought that HYBE might be restricting him, even after his honorable military service, infuriated armies worldwide. But the spotlight didn't just fall on Jimin. Jungkook, BTS's golden maknae, known for his loyalty to both his members and his company, reportedly reacted with visible anger after Jimin's words became public. Witnesses described him as tense and upset, sparking an intense debate. Was he angry at HYBE for mistreating Jimin? Or was he upset that Jimin chose to speak out, risking BTS's comeback negotiations? Whatever the truth, one thing was undeniable. Jungkook could no longer remain neutral. His fury revealed cracks that fans had only speculated about until now. And then there's Taehyung. Often considered the group's wild card, Taehyung is beloved for his honesty, but scrutinized for his unpredictability. Rumors have long suggested his relationship with HYBE is strained, with whispers of creative disagreements and speculation about solo pursuits outside the company. Now, with Jimin's confession and Jungkook's fury, fans are more worried than ever. If Jimin is distancing himself and Jungkook is openly frustrated, where does that leave Taehyung, the member already rumored to be excluded from key decisions? This controversy cuts deeper than a simple disagreement. BTS is no longer just a band, they are an empire. Their actions affect HYBE's stock prices, political discussions, and global culture. Every word carries weight, not just for the 7 men, but for millions of fans around the world. Jimin's words shook that empire. Jungkook's fury added fuel to the fire, and Taehyung's uncertain position has now become the center of global speculation. Will he remain loyal to HYBE, or will he break away entirely? Media outlets across South Korea and beyond have dissected every angle of this scandal. Some call Jimin reckless, while others hail him as brave. Analysts are warning that if BTS loses trust in HYBE, the company's value could plummet. Editorials question Jungkook's loyalty, and whispers suggest HYBE may even be preparing for the possibility of losing its biggest stars. But at the heart of this drama lies the issue of trust. Trust between the members themselves, trust between BTS and HYBE, and trust between the group and armies. Is that trust already broken, or can it be restored before March 2026, when the world expects to see BTS together again? For longtime fans, this isn't just gossip, it's personal. Armies who have followed BTS for over a decade see themselves in the group's journey. Jimin's confession feels like a revelation of hidden struggles. Jungkook's fury feels like a glimpse into the pain the members have been carrying. And Taehyung's uncertain future reminds fans that nothing in K-pop is ever guaranteed. HYBE's silence has only deepened the mystery. Their vague statements about respecting the members' choices haven't addressed Jimin's claims directly. Fans now wonder, did Jimin only reveal the surface? Could Taehyung be the next to speak out? If he does, will Jungkook support him, or will this mark the division armies have long feared? As speculation grows, every BTS appearance is scrutinized. Fans analyze photos, interpret body language, and debate endlessly online. The emotional toll is heavy, not only on the group, but on the millions who feel their own futures tied to BTS's fate. And so, the haunting questions remain. Is this the beginning of the end, or a painful but necessary step toward a stronger rebirth? Will Taehyung's future at HYBE be secured, or will he take the risk of independence? Will Jungkook channel his fury into action, perhaps even taking a stand against HYBE, or retreat to preserve fragile unity? And will Jimin's courage ignite change, or trigger a collapse? But here's the twist. Beneath all the noise, much of this storm is speculation. Jimin's appearance at HYBE headquarters on September 9th was real, but the supposed confession has not been officially recorded or confirmed. His words may have been exaggerated by rumor and fan interpretation. Similarly, Jungkook's so-called furious reaction is based on inconsistent eyewitness accounts, many from anonymous sources. While Jungkook is known for his strong emotions, no verified reports confirm he expressed anger at HYBE or Jimin. And Taehyung? While he has pursued solo projects and expressed individuality, he has given no indication of leaving BTS or HYBE. The narrative of exclusion is, again, built more on fan fears than on solid facts. This reveals something deeper. BTS is not just a group, but a global phenomenon under constant surveillance. Every silence, every absence, every shift becomes a headline. Fans desperate for answers cling to rumors, while media outlets hungry for attention amplify them. Yet despite the chaos, BTS's comeback for March 2026 is still scheduled. Preparations are ongoing, and publicly, the bond between the 7 members remains unbroken. The truth is, there is no official sign of collapse. So perhaps the real takeaway is this. Speculation is powerful, but reality is still unfolding. Jimin's supposed confession, Jungkook's rumored fury, and Taehyung's uncertain future make for a gripping story, but they remain stories, not facts. What matters most now is patience and trust. Because in the end, the only people who can truly reveal the fate of BTS are BTS themselves. Until then, the world waits, not for rumors, but for the music, the brotherhood, and the moments that only BTS can deliver.